Several years back, I did Asian pork chops, and let me tell you, that is absolutely the best pork chops I've ever had, before and since. My wife had a friend that was living with us at the time, and she bit into one of those, and I'll never forget her reaction. She was just beside herself with the flavor, that good. So I was sitting there thinking, I said, maybe I can put a different twist to that instead of doing pork chops, because I can't find pork chops like I had in that video. Those were Berkshire pork. I meant really good heritage hog. But what I decided to do is take pork spare ribs, just regular old pork spare ribs, got them at Walmart, and I'm going to use that same sauce on these ribs. And let's see if I have anything even resembles what those pork chops tasted like. Now I'm going to run some footage here. This is actually from the very first video where I did the pork chops, and it's how to make the sauce. This sauce is where the key is at. So I'm going to actually replay that footage because I've already made the sauce. And it's important that you do the sauce first. That way you can go ahead and let all the flavors marry, and it's just going to be that much better, because these ribs are going to take probably a good 4.5 hours to cook. We're getting ready to load them up here, and right after I do the sauce. Let's do the sauce, then we're going to put the ribs on, and then towards the end I'll show you what I'm going to do with these ribs other than just basting them with this sauce. I'm going to do something else to where you'll see. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is 1 cup of hoisin sauce. All right, now into that I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of fresh minced ginger. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of fresh minced garlic. Into that I'm going to put 1 green onion, 1 spring onion, however you want to call it. 1 teaspoon of just plain white sugar. 1 teaspoon of cracked black pepper. 1.5 teaspoon of sriracha sauce. 1.5 tablespoons of a garlic chili sauce. 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. And 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. So this makes up all the components that goes into our marinade. I'm just going to mix this in really well. All right, pellet grill is up to 275 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Going to slide this grate out a little bit. Got these St. Louis style ribs. We're just going to lay them right here. Now what I want to do is go ahead and season these in place. Now I made this rub up. This is kind of an Asian rub. It's got garlic powder, onion powder. It's got some Chinese 5 spice, just a little bit, white pepper, black pepper, a little bit of ginger powder. I'll have a recipe in the description exactly how to make that. Did not add any salt to that because the sauce that this is getting is going to have salt. You know, like the soy sauce, hoisin sauce. So we just want to lightly salt this side, the meat side. Nothing heavy, this just kosher salt. And that's probably good enough. Now we take the rub I made. Oh, that smells so good. White pepper and black pepper mixed. You don't really want to use a barbecue rub on this because these are Asian ribs, not barbecue ribs, even though they're getting smoked. Now that's the reason I picked the pellet smoker over the offset, because it's going to give it more of a lighter smoke, just a good kiss of smoke, instead of that heavy offset barbecue type smoke, if you know what I'm saying. And I am using a pecan pellet on this, so you know. Alright, I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead and push these up here in the grill. Close her up. It's probably going to take, at 275, it's probably going to take around the 4-hour mark. Alright, I've been going just a little over 2 hours, and I'm a little over 275. I just want to take a peek at these. I think it's time for a spritz. These things are probably around the halfway mark, but I just want to check on them real quick. Let you see what I got. All right, I just probed these, and this thing is probing really tender. But I want to go ahead and check a few little telltale signs here. One of them, let's just see how much bend we got. You probe these again. We do got some pullback on this side. 210, 212, 206. And those feel tender. That's really tender on this end. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off and just let them cool down. And then from there, I'm gonna cut 2 bone sections. We're gonna get them back on the pit, and that's when I'm gonna start applying that Asian sauce on them. So for right now, let me go ahead and get these off of here, because they'll still have to cook about another 30 minutes once they go back on there, or so. Close our pit up. Like I said, I'm just gonna let those cool off to where I can cut them into 2 bone sections. All right, so I just went in and picked up my sauce out of the kitchen there. I've got all these cut into 2 bone sections. Just pull those out and sauce them up really good. Start here to where this drips into the pit, not so much on this tray here. It's a really dark sauce, but oh my God, it's freaking amazing. If you even think you like this kind of stuff, give it a shot. I'm telling you. I haven't had it on ribs yet, but we're getting ready to. We're basically just gonna let that set good, maybe 15, 20, 25 minutes. There is some sugar in that, so we don't want to burn it. All right, now I can pull it out a little bit more. Get to these good. Put it on there thick. I'll probably take this leftover and pour it in a container, and we'll do something else with that during the week. I'm not going to throw that out, and I'm not going to use it all here. If you did 2 racks of ribs, that'd probably be just about right. All right, I'll check on these probably in about 15, but they'll probably go about 20, up to 30 minutes. I just removed the ribs from the Pits and Spits hybrid, brought them all inside except for one piece here. Now this is a little 2-boner. I'm letting it cool off a little bit. Here we go. Oh man. Oh, it's so good. That sauce, man, it does it to it. Well, I gotta tell you, that Pitts and Spitz hybrid knocked it out of the park again. The pellet grill, that delivered just enough smoke to where you can taste it. It's not going to overpower that sauce. That sauce is the star of the show on this. And yes, it works on ribs. It definitely works on pork chops as well. The better cut of pork chop, that's what I encourage you to get. But just plain old St. Louis style ribs, fantastic. Great flavor. I know my wife is probably in there right now pigging out on them. But I hope you give this a try. And you know, being a barbecue guy for all these years, sometimes you just get kind of burnt out on real heavy smoked barbecue. You know, if you do it enough times, eventually you're like, I want something different. Well, this is different. I hope you give it a try. Like I said, I'll have recipe for the rub I use down the bottom, and I've already showed you during this video how to make this sauce. And I encourage you to try it. Just try it. If you like it, great. If you don't, hey, you tried. I think you're going to love it. I'm Russ Jones with Smoky Ribs Barbecue.